Hello everyone, I am Debasis from Revsportz. India did win the match against the Proteas in the third T20 International, but there are a lot of concerns with relate to Indian team given the kind of form, the lean patch of form the captain and the vice captain are going through. And with me to talk more about the Indian team's top order, I have none other than former India cricketers Manoj Tiwary. Manoj, welcome to Revsportz. It's been a long time to have you with us. First up, are you a bit concerned with the form of both Suryakumar Yadav and Shubman Gill?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm concerned because they both are captain and vice captain of Indian cricket team. So ideally, you want your captains to perform and lead from the front, and it's always to have scores on your back so that when you step onto the field, you feel more confident. Anyway, they are confident individuals. They express confidence with their body language, with their way of expression, but at the same time if runs are at the back, then it makes a very different atmosphere and feeling altogether. So as a captain and vice captain, he needs to get into scoring runs in a scoring flow basically.
So do you think that for talking about, if you talk about the Suryakumar Yadav, the last time he scored a half century in this format was way back in October 2024, where he scored that half century against Bangladesh in Hyderabad. So this is kind of getting a bit concerning, or else rather you would say that as long as the team is winning, which is the case with this Indian team in T20 format particularly. So, but at the end of the day, you want your captain to fire.
Absolutely. Ideally, we are talking about World Cup, right? So we want to win the World Cup. So if you go back and see all the if you do analysis about of the teams who have done well and won the ICC trophies in the past, you will notice that most of the players have contributed with the bat, and if there is a bowler, then bowler all rounders will contribute in all rounding department. So everyone has to contribute, then only you win a trophy of ICC stature basically. So obviously, he's a terrific player. He's one of the talented cricketers India has, along with Shubman. But he needs to analyze what is going wrong with him uh, mentally, in his game plan, and also technically. If he's technically not going right, which I can see when I sometimes I see matches, I feel he's rushing too much at the after going onto the pitch. I feel that if he can play couple of balls with proper authentic cricket shots, then he's such a batter who is capable of making it up if he settles for 10 balls or so. I think he's rushing into his shots and playing too many unnecessary shots, which is required at that moment, just to send a signal to the bowler, which is not required sometimes. When the lean patch goes with a batter, they needs to sit down, analyze, and how to come back into a scoring flow. Uh, then you have to revisit your game plan, your shot selections, your thought process, how you want to approach. But yeah, he needs to contribute with the bat with the higher score, which is required for a captain.
Uh, do you think that if this stretch of lean form goes on for a little bit more longer, it might affect his captaincy as well?
I don't think so. Whatever I'm observing from outside, like when I watch a television, the games, I see his captaincy is very good. He's a very good captain, and I feel he's a born leader, and which is seen on television. The way he interacts with the players, the way he's always smiling, the way he's keeping his calm on the field while making decisions. Captaincy is very good at the moment, but yeah, as far as batting is concerned, he needs to score, because as a captain you want to lead from the front, because when you stand in a hurdle, sometimes that feeling of not contributing and then leading and giving a pep talk, sometimes you feel little hesitated and not confident enough. So as early as if he starts contributing, I think it will be good for him and for the team as well. I don't think it's affecting his captaincy, but batting, obviously he needs to contribute.
Talking about Shubman, he has been given the opening slot um, mm, at the expense of someone like a Sanju Samson, who has done reasonably good. Means he has done nothing wrong so as to find himself on that bench, or Yashasvi Jaiswal, who finds himself missing in the T20 setup at present.
Now, see, the question is, was it required to bring Shubman into the Indian team in this format? The question is that. In my opinion, I thought that it was not required at this point of time, where you already have a proven opener in Sanju Samsung, where he's already contributed with his bat and showed what he can do in South Africa and also in Bangladesh series. He scored back to back 300s in this format, which is a very rare thing for any cricketer to do that. But he has done. And seeing him wearing a beep and sitting in the dugout, and at the same time seeing Subban scoring a 28 ball 28 run, which gives a wrong signal to the players who are sitting and missing out on the playing 11. I think he was brought in to this format to make sure that in future he's been given the responsibility of captaincy in all format. Somehow he's not been contributing, and also Surya is not contributing. You'll see definitely in future, if Shubman scores from here in next few games and Surya does not perform, then the captaincy might go to Shubman Gill, and then the eventual eventually we'll see the plan which was made earlier by the selectors and the coach to make one individual the all format captain. It will happen, but before that he needs to score runs. And yeah, like he needs to perform with his bat. Being a vice captain, you have to contribute. He's a terrific player. He's got a solid technique, which is giving dividends in test cricket and in one day cricket. But in T20 cricket, where you have to play with a higher strike rate, then he has to change his game a bit, which I feel. And knowing the guy who's sitting in the dugout can play at a strike rate of 180 and 90 and give a great start with Abhishek Sharma, which he has already proven earlier in previous series. So the pressure is building on him. But I don't know. He and Surya and all the other players have given lot of license and given full of confidence by the management. It seems that irrespective of the scores, you guys will be there as long as you guys are winning. So that is there. So that pressure is not there on them, because whatever we hear from the management or the coach, that they want to back all these players, they want to bring all this thing in the name of transition. So that pressure is not there, but the pressure of giving good start at a higher strike rate and scoring runs is on them only. It's not from the outside. So it's up to them now how they want to capitalize this few innings from now, and contribute to the winning way.
Money, obviously, the fact that this Indian team in this format has set a template means, and it is to play aggressively right from the word go means, and Shubman Gill in trying to match such a template is not clicking.
Yeah, see, I don't know how aggressively they wanted them to play, because see, firstly you have to see uh, what a player can contribute in what way. So in T20 format, you want all the players to play at a higher strike rate. Like I earlier said as well, in today's cricket, it's not about big scores. It is about impact, and the impact only comes with a higher strike rate. But there has to be a minimum score. Like you cannot score 10 runs of 5 balls and say that I've got 200 strike rate and keep your place on the team for number of games. But at least you have to contribute, because you're getting an opportunity to bat at the higher of the order, which is number uh, 1 or 2. So you have got 20 overs to bat. So you have to maximize your opportunity and make sure that you score and give a great start, a quick start with a higher strike rate for the middle order to come and cash in, or the rest of the batters to cash in, so which is not happening at the moment. And the pain is seeing Sanju Samson sitting outside in the dugout, where he's already proven. Everybody in the world who follows cricket will definitely say, if you take Shubman Gill and Sanju Samson and do a polling in your Revsportz channel, you will see they will all prefer, the votes will come in for Sanju Samson, because he has shown that. So let's see what is going to happen in future. I hope Shubman Gill comes out and plays aggressively and with a higher strike rate, and be consistent with his scores.
Surya and Shubman Gill is in the leadership role. Means dropping them is not the solution. Means when you have only 7 more matches leading up to the warm up match that we spoken about in the T20 World Cup next year. So you have to keep them in the side
No,
and make.
no, see, I disagree with this. It's somehow there is a notion that if someone is made a vice captain or a captain, the places in the team is permanent. There is nothing written on the law book. There is no law book of BCCI or in cricket that if you make someone a vice captain or captain, he cannot be dropped from the team 11. So that's where the character of a coach and the selector comes into play. If a vice captain is not able to score and contribute to the team's a cause, then naturally you have to think the other option as well. Where the other option is sitting outside in the dugout, he scored already 300s. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And international level scoring 300s in this format, I can understand in 50 overs test cricket because you get a lot of time to play. But in this format, a guy has scored 300s and he's sitting in the dugout, and the guy who's playing is not able to contribute with the bat and he's struggling. It's not that he's not a good player, he's struggling at the moment, and there is no set rules that a vice captain cannot be dropped or a captain cannot be dropped from the team.
Or
So,
perhaps a change in the batting order.
uh, so for what reason? Just to make sure, just to give him the scope of to come into the form. That means you are just moving away or shying away from the team's goal, right? You have to first look at the team's perspective, team's goal first, what the team wants. Then you fit in an individual. You don't want to fit an individual and make sure that his batting order comes down and he gets into form, and then again a team suffers. That thing we don't want. We just want him to perform and give a good start and give a better start than Sanju Samson who's sitting outside in the dugout. That will make sense. Otherwise, this team will not be able to win the World Cup. If this continues, then it will be difficult for Team India to win the World Cup.
Do you reckon that Coach Gautam Gambhir at times becomes very stubborn with his decision making?
Absolutely, there is no question about that. There is no questions about that. Because he's the one who said when he was not the coach of Indian team that if Sanju Samson is not in the playing 11 for India in test in T20 in 50 overs, it's a loss for India, not for Sanju Samson. If you recollect his interview, you will see he said that already. And now when he's there in his disposal, he's making him sit in the dugout with wearing a beep. So obviously a stubborn guy, a stubborn decision is there. That's the reason, and he wants one individual to be the all format captain. I think he needs to understand one thing. If he keeps winning, then his place will be secured. And you have to be fair. And you have to be fair with the players. Whosoever deserves an opportunity, they should be there in the team 11. It should not be like that. If he likes someone, he will keep playing. If he does not like someone, he will be thrown out of the team all the time. That should not happen. Then the BCCI sometimes needs to come into the forefront and intervene and make sure that the deserving candidates play in the game.
Mani, coming back to that middle order, obviously we have spoken at length about Suryakumar and Shubman Gill. Abhishek Sharma, we all know he is your go-to player currently in on basis of current form. Talking about the middle order, number 3 Tilak Varma, do you see someone else, or you would rather continue with a Tilak Varma, or you would rather have someone like a Rinku Singh who is out of the team?
No, Tilak Verma is performing really well, and he's also one of the player who has performed really well in South Africa, where we know that Surya gave his position number 3 position to him, and he performed really well. And from there, he has scored terrifically and contributed in a consistent basis. So there is no question about dropping him or keeping away. And since Hardik Pandya has come into the squad, it has become more stronger because you got a finisher in him, and also
Jitesh.
Shivam Dubey, and also Jitesh Sharma is there. So I can't see. I can't see Rinku coming into the team at this point of time.
It's even in the 15-member squad.
No, I don't think so, because already the players are there. Sanju is there. If someone gets injured, then there is a different a question altogether. But I don't think he's in the plan of Team India at the moment.
And talking about Sanju, obviously, if you try him, you have to try him at the top. Means there's no point trying him at number 7 and 8 and resting a batter of his caliber, because Jitesh Sharma has done really well, be it his keeping, be it his batting, and he has proven that he can be a finisher, as was the case during the IPL last season.
Yeah, absolutely. See, Sanju has to play at the opening slot because Sanju has performed in opening slot. But at the same time, it's my personal opinion, in today's cricket, every player has to have the ability to play at any position where the Team India wants, because such is the competition. So many players are there who are eager to make it to the Team India, and I have confidence that they can also do well in the Team India. But uh, couple of players, when you take them out of their playing numbers, they are not able to contribute because they are not used to it. They are not experienced enough to do that role for few games, which was quite evident when Sanju was made to bat in the middle order. He was not comfortable. He was struggling. So naturally, when someone is scoring at opening slot, why would you want to change him? And he is one of the guy. I feel bad for him because a guy who has scored 300s, a guy who has given start at the strike rate of 180 or a 90 or sometimes 200, is sitting outside and watching someone who's the vice captain of the team and his fellow teammate scoring 28 of 28. It is very difficult for him to digest, and for us as well, because we can see the fairness is not being done to him.
So that's it for now. We will be discussing more about the Indian team going ahead. Keep watching Rep Sports to get all the updates from the world of sports. This is me, Debasis, signing out. Thank you, Manoj, once again for giving your time.